Christmas is the season for lying. We lie to our uncle about how much we like that really ugly sweater that he gave us. We lie to our kids about there being a Santa Claus. Or if our kids already know that there is no Santa, we tell them not to spill the beans to the neighbor kids. And as Elf points out, department store Santas sit on a throne of lies. Since lying is such a big part of Christmas, we can learn some important things about lying by looking carefully at these Christmas lies. For instance, they suggest that despite what Kant said, it is sometimes okay to lie. Otherwise, why would we teach our kids, at least by example, to lie to their relatives about how much they like their presents, or to the neighbor kids about there being a Santa Claus, after we have worked so hard to teach our kids not to lie? But I think that Christmas lies can also help us with the conceptual question of what lying is. In that regard, I would like to focus here on the story of Christmas. In a few days, I'm going to visit the in-laws, and right before Christmas dinner, my father-in-law will read to us the second chapter of Luke. Please simply grant me that this story is false. There are no virgin births, and angels did not come out of the sky and frighten shepherds. As the new billboard in New Jersey says, you know it's a myth. But even if the story is not true, why should we consider it a lie? Now, for some people that tell it, it just is an inspirational story. They are no more committed to its truth than they are to the truth of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. In order for it to be a lie, it would presumably have to be a serious claim about what actually happened 2,000 years ago. But some people are quite serious about it. However, these people typically believe that the story of Christmas is true. These are the sort of people who put up the responding billboard that reads, "You know it's real." And if they believe what they are saying, why should we consider it a lie? According to most philosophers, you're only lying if you intend to deceive someone. However, at least a few philosophers think that animals and even small insects can lie, even if there is no intent to deceive. For instance, there are species of insects that have evolved to look like sticks or to look like leaves. These insects certainly do not form any intentions with regard to the beliefs of potential predators. For example, they do not intend that potential predators believe that they are flora rather than fauna because of what they look like. However, it is no accident that potential predators are fooled. Their deceptive camouflage gives these insects an adaptive advantage. In particular, they are less likely to be eaten. Thus, such deceptive camouflage is more likely to continue on into the future. I want to suggest that the story of Christmas is another example of a lie of this sort. As in the stick insect case, the spreading of this falsehood is reinforced by several actual benefits that come from the falsehood being believed. Let me mention just one such benefit that Hume pointed out. Namely, people tend to experience an agreeable emotion, a sense of surprise and wonder, when they hear that a miracle has occurred. As a result, the people describing the miracle to them can take delight in exciting the admiration of others. Although they are typically intended to deceive, Santa lies are actually reinforced in essentially the same way. Parents get the benefit of seeing the wonder in the eyes of their children. But to conclude, I should also note that, like Santa lies and many other Christmas lies, telling the story of Christmas may very well be morally justified despite being a lie. And on that happier note, let me echo what the great humanitarian Tiny Tim Cratchit said in 1843. God bless us, everyone.